Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen Red. I am bringing on an energy transmission for the 1212 portal as guided by Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. I was asked to go into a little bit of details about what this portal means to you and why it's really, really significant this year. So generally, 1212 is is a time, a cosmic event, really, that is opens up the most light from the soul world. So during the 1212 portal, a lot of souls will get activated, or they'll have initiations during that timeline, or they'll really feel the Holy Spirit more. And the reason why is because the veil is so thin between the mortal world and the spirit world. And Mary Magdalene and Yeshua wanted me to come forward and really bring this message to everybody that during this timeline, you're going to hear a lot of people in the peanut gallery saying, oh, it's a pagan ritual and da, 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 da. We don't do Christmas. We don't do gifts. We don't do poo, poo, poo. You're going to hear a lot of that negativity in the spiritual community because a lot of people are awakening to, ideas that things might have come from somewhere else. And Mary Magdalene and Yeshua really want to bring forward the message that the 1212 portal always existed. It's a celestial event, and it was around long before even Christ came to the earth plane. It was always a sacred and celestial time of year. And also, they are encouraging the collective to focus on the beauty that comes during the Christmas season, or Christ Mass or Christed Mass season, that it is a celebration of love and unity and gifting one another presents from our hearts, and surrounding yourselves with family and singing and lighting fires and drinking hot cocoa and really savoring in all of the beautiful sacred celebratory energies that come from the Christmas portal or the 1212 portal. Again, it's a celestial event, and it's a celestial event that is highly worth celebration. And it really isn't maybe the story the way that you've been told in terms of Christ being born in a manger. Well, there's some truth in that in certain ways, but again, it's Christmas. It's a portal opening, and it's a portal opening that you can either manifest negative outcomes or manifest positive outcomes based on your own energy, because those that are kind of poo-pooing on Christmas, they're actually manifesting things that are not necessarily positive. Whereas when you're focusing on your love for other people, and you're sharing your love with other people, and you're celebrating together, and you're coming into communion, that's actually the energy of the Christed energy, or the Christ consciousness, Christ codes. It's all related to love. And you get to, at any moment in time, choose whether you're going to, create or manifest positive or negative outcomes based on how you perceive everything in your reality. And so, regardless of whether there's, been truth or lies around the Christ story or pagan holidays or any of those things, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that it is absolutely a celestial event, and it is a portal opening that happens every single year. And it's a portal opening where you're closest to the spirit world. The veil is so thin that you actually, oftentimes, souls will have awakenings, spiritual awakenings, during this month because of the portal opening. It happened to me myself. And so it's really important that you understand that, and that you manifest, consciously as opposed to unconsciously. And they really want to bring forth the message that, you're an energetic being. And so everything that energetically you're believing in acting and doing in your reality is actually creating law of attraction manifestations for your future year. And that's another reason why this portal is so important. So are you manifesting love for one another, or are you too afraid to do anything and you're just hiding in your home because you don't want to be engaged in a pagan holiday, and you don't want to have to buy presents for people during this season, and all of these other new cage kind of fear-based BS scenarios that really sort of poo-poo on the energy of love for one another. And although we should be loving one another like that all year long, the celebration during this timeline gives you an opportunity right during the 12/12 portal to manifest future abundance based on your energy and your ability to love. And this is one of those portals where you're so close to the spirit world. The spirit world's like looking right at you. Are you guys loving each other? You have the opportunity now to make the best of this season for your spring harvest, or I should say for your spring blossoming of your manifestations that you create now. So they really wanted me to bring that message through to you, and also to just remind you that again, it's about love for one another, and it's not so much the religious understandings that a lot of people have, or misunderstandings that a lot of people have. It really has to do with love. That was the whole message that Christ shared, that that was there. And also Magdalene is Mary Magdalene's also wanting me to remind you guys too that another thing that would be really important for you guys to focus on right now is the union and the harmonization of the masculine and feminine energies, and the resurrection of the Christ bride during this month. So they're asking you guys to connect with the Holy Spirit and to connect to also the feminine mother energy, the mother principle, and to really feel into your hearts the harmonization and the balance of masculine and feminine energies and what each one brings into this world and what each one signifies, and try to bring that harmony in, because they're saying that during this 12/12 activation that's happening this year, this is going to be an extraordinary one, where they're telling me that there's going to be a lot of new initiates that are activated this year. And so that could be twin flames, it could be starseed initiations, it could be awakenings, it could be another level of awakening that you're going to go through, it could be activating light language. There's lots of different types of activations that can happen during these portals. And they are saying that this year is going to be really, really important one. It's a very, very, very sacred timeline for the higher realms. And again, your frequency determines your ability to activate certain aspects of your DNA at any point in time. So they really want to help you guys understand that right now is a really nice time for you to start concentrating on connecting with the Holy Spirit, connecting with the celestial realms. Feel into it. Get your warm fuzzies on. Get your little slippers and your fireplace lit and your hot cocoa and your fuzzy blankets, and sit down and try to connect to the Holy Spirit this year. Go, and if you don't have a lot of money, that's okay, but go and make cookies for people and give them to your neighbors, and feel the feeling of giving, because it's giving that allows you to receive. And again, this false light implant that's been put on the planet at this time is, there's lots of them, but they're, in a lot of ways they sound like, oh, I'm so awakened, but they're actually pulling your frequency down, and they're preventing you from connecting to higher frequency. And the whole purpose of Christmas, at least if you look at it with a certain set of eyes, is that it's in a timeline that you can actually give back and celebrate your love for other people, and uplift their hearts, because giving to them is giving to you. We're one soul, and what we do for one, we do for all. And so it's an opportunity for you to see it that way if you choose to. And of course, feel the frequency of which perception that you're really wanting to plug your circuits into. Are you really wanting to plug your circuits into not celebrating with your families and not visiting them for the holidays and not having hot cocoa with them and watching movies, or because you're so afraid that somebody in the New Cage community told you that you shouldn't? Or do you like the feeling of love and celebration and communion with one another, because that's the Christed energy? And so I just wanted to share this forward with you guys. Happy 12/12 portal coming up, and I look forward to hearing back as to if you guys are all getting any activations or initiations. And feel free to message me if you have any questions. Namaste, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.